Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I got some Queen Walk Lalo, Queen Charge Lalo attacks, plus a kind of a Falcon Bat, in a sense, at Town Hall 11, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this one. Alright guys, so before I go to the war recaps of some of the attacks, what do I want to do here? So this is kind of not my regular base, this is kind of my upgrading, kind of the order or whatnot that I'm going to do, and what I've done, so as like, a lot of you guys know, it's like a progress base. So this is kind of what I have to do. This expo is the final expo that I believe I have to do. All the others are finished. My eagle is finished. And then everything down here is also finished, so not too much more defensive wise. Got to do a bunch of archer towers, a lot of the cannons, bomb towers, and mortars. And then obviously some of these, I believe all of these collectors. Yeah, I have to do all the collectors as well. But then my healers are done in 20 hours here, so they're almost done, which they've been going for almost 2 weeks now, pretty much 2 weeks. Yeah, so I will do some more Queen Walk, Lalo Queen Walk miners at Town Hall 11. I just never did them, and I just did some other troops and whatnot, but I think it's finally time to bring that more to the channel at Town Hall 11 because now they're going to be finished. I do have some medals, only have 191 here, not too many, unfortunately, but so now let's go ahead and get into some of these attacks here to show you guys the power of a good Queen Walk Lalo. Alright, so we're in this most recent war here that we went up against Bad Boys. They ended up getting the victory here, 87 to 82, but their one player, which was their number 4, actually came in on Tennessee and Big Adam. And he got I believe it was a fresh, yeah, so it was both fresh 12v12 triples here. So let me go ahead and bring up this attack right here, and then we'll go ahead and cover the next one. So what is this, and what he's going to be using here? It's going to be the Queen Walk Queen Charge Lalo on this Town Hall 12. So what is he going to do? Well, the biggest thing is obviously you want to create a funnel, and then you want to have a path for for the lavas to fly around. So if you see the air defenses, they're right here, 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 and here. He's going to charge the queen in over here. Why? Because he sees that he can get this multi, the eagle, and then also through here he can also get the enemy queen. This is a fresh attack, meaning this has not been scouted, not been hit before, so he's hitting it the first time. And then usually when you have army camps like this and you pick them off, they create a nice funnel because they take up such a large space that the queen usually doesn't continue to walk towards that army camp side. So then once the queen takes care of that multi, he's going to drop that rage down, and then more wall breakers, and they're going to target this wall right here. So once he took out everything in that section, he was able to then pinpoint this wall, so very nice job. And then the queen can continue to walk in and take out the enemy queen and the eagle. You have to kill the queen. So his objective was to push in to get the queen. The king walked all the way around here, and then the Lalo is going to come just like this around the base. He ends up killing the queen, double ice golem, baby drag come out. There's literally nothing else targeting the queen other than a mortar, so she can easily get through all that. Now his king is pushing all the way through, and then it's just going to be pushing the lava portion through the base. So this is obviously something that I got to practice more. It's a very strong attack when you can charge the queen in. And about a minute 21 was when he started the Lalo. So I don't know if you want to start it a little earlier than that. If you obviously he has another rage spell to keep that queen up. Then he has 3 haste spells and another rage for the balloons portion. And then the Stone Slammer also helped activate the Town Hall because he wasn't at 51%. You need the 51% to activate the Town Hall, or you damage it. And then so he's pretty much just lallowing around the base. There's a bunch of air skellies. Has the minions now for cleanup. Got to make sure he gets those down. And then it's just a matter of pushing through. There is a single target inferno on the back end of this base. So it was a very nice attack here, coming in with the Queen Charge Lalo. This was his first attack here, Tornado Trap, which not going to do much. Usually you might want to see the Tornado Trap usually around the Town Hall nowadays to kind of maybe mess something up or whatnot, but in this case it was a nice Queen Charge. The Bad Boys came in, got this fresh 12v12 triple, and pretty much swag that last haste spell. And now let's go take a look at his second attack here on Tennessee. And what did he do here? Well, it was another Queen Charge, right? but he's going to come from down here on the opposite side. Why? Because the queen is over here. He wants to get to the enemy queen. If you take a look at the range or the radius of that queen, just barely right there can he clip the queen. It looks like if he wall breaks right into this wall. He didn't. I don't believe he dropped any test wall. No, actually, he did drop one test wall breaker right there. Okay. I didn't think he did initially. And then he's gonna charge the queen in right here. Gonna grab this multi-target inferno. And look at this. So there's an army camp here. Army camps make great funneling options. Once you take it down, usually the queen does not walk towards the army camp because it's such a large space. Drops the king to create the funnel to keep the queen inside the base here. So you're going to see the queen take down the dragon and the baby dragon in that CC. And then you're going to see the queen reach the enemy queen just barely because she can reach this wizard tower because of this little indent in this wall. So there's just enough range that the enemy queen's going to get hit. The poison is slowing her down, and then he can reach her. So look at that. A very nice job identifying he can reach her. If this wall was just a little further out or whatnot, he probably would not be able to do that. He would have to do a different charge through it, and he does have a jump spell. So probably I would have thought he would have dropped the jump a little earlier. But it looks like the queen walked outside, and then the jump helped bring the queen back into the base and go for the multi, the air defense, and anything else in here. And then he's going to start the Lalo from down here because the queen's going to step up through here and try to help remove anything that's up in this section over here. So you see the queen is moving in, and then there is another rage spell to keep that queen up. Because there's quite a bit of firepower. Drops a balloon on the cannon to help take that down so the queen can help, one, push into the base, but also take less damage from those defenses. So in goes the Stone Slammer, moving its way. It's going to then make its way towards this eagle because of these defenses are going to go down. The Warden is dropped over here. He did actually drop a rage spell over the Town Hall, which means you don't need as many balloons to push through it. And look at these. It has quite a bit of balloons on the back end, a bunch of air skellies around the Town Hall. No freeze, right? So you have to be careful here. The Warden almost decided to stay back if the sweeper kept pushing it back, but that was the case. The queen took it out. He popped the Warden ability, and then these balloons just barely clip or right there under the haste there, and then help take it down. So, I mean, if that Town Hall never went down, obviously all of these minions would have been picked off, and these balloons probably would have been picked off as well. But it was a nice identification that he could just walk the queen through here, maybe jump here next time to get the queen going in this way, or maybe he wanted her to walk back outside so the healers don't take a weird angle through the base, and so he jumped her back in. So this was a nice attack, Tennessee. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Nick did in the WHF war with a Queen Charge Lalo. All right, so here is another Queen Charge Lalo, and you're going to see Nick come in against a single target Inferno, going to charge right into here. He sees that he can break through the wall and grab the Town Hall. This was a fresh attack, so he got it on the first try, just like the other two were fresh attacks. So very nice job, Nick, here. The Baby Dragon balloon is testing for Seeking Air Mines. Baby Dragon is creating a funnel to help keep the queen going here. And then the king is dropped, forced up here to clear this funnel, and then the queen is able to charge right in and get access to the single target Inferno, and since or the Town Hall. And then since the single target Inferno is protecting this area, gonna have to use some free spells. Can use a free spell on the Town Hall and the Inferno, because otherwise that queen's gonna get picked off and not gonna have a chance. There's the rage for the queen through it and through the Town Hall. Is able to take that Town Hall down, no problem. Gonna have to drop another free spell on the single target Inferno. Probably could have dropped it on the Expo here, but either way, it still was able to freeze up the single. So now what, right? So he created a nice funnel, got the queen in. The queen is charging around the base. She can also be responsible for removing that multi-target Inferno. Then you're going to see the Lalo come from here. Stone Slammer is going to come from here because he wants to get the Stone Slammer going to the core. And now this is the beautiful thing about using haste spells and using them properly. He uses the haste spells in this area to force the balloons into the base, so the balloons that are coming from this section get rerouted to the core. That's the whole point of these haste spells right here. So that's what this Stone Slammer's objective is, to get to the core, but you're going to see haste spells come right down here to push this group of balloons into here, into the middle. That's the whole point. And then here comes the baby dragon. And then you're going to ask, oh, Carbon, what was his plan to kill the queen? Well, it doesn't look like there was. It was pretty much just overwhelm the base and see if he can get that triple. Pretty much had the 2-star secured. But look at this. No plan to kill the queen. No skelly spell. No nothing. Just going to overwhelm the base. Let his pups, maybe a balloon can drop on the queen, kill her. But look at that. And then there's going to be just max balloons come out of the CC. No objective to kill that queen. Just overwhelm it and get it. Because as you can see, these balloons are going to end over here. And then the pups will kind of continue through the base around that way. So the pups end up killing the queen. He ends up getting the triple here. But it was a nice queen charge Lalo to get that triple at 12v12. And now let's go and take a look at the Town Hall 11. That was like a Falcon Bat as well. All right, so we're taking a look at this one, and this is kind of like a Falcon, but a Falcon Bat, right? So Rasheen's coming in on this one, Town Hall 11, and what is he going to do? Well, he notices where are all the splash damage buildings. They're right here, right here, right here. They're kind of all on one side over here, right? I mean, obviously you have this section above, but what he's going to do, he's creating a nice funnel, boulder bounce onto here, wizard creates a beautiful funnel just like this, then he's going to drop the queen, and she's going to go here, wall wrecker is going to push into here, so the bowlers, the Valkyries, and whatnot are going to be responsible for pushing through here, going to be responsible for that wizard tower, that multi, so all that splash goes down. So where's the last splash remaining? Just over here, meaning this whole area up here is no splash. So this is where the bats and the bat bomb is going to come. King's going to go through here, and he's going to help create a little bit of a funnel so that the bowlers and the Valkyries can make the push into the core. Finds a Tesla farm. Usually, you find a Tesla farm across from the town hall. Nowadays is the most likely spot you'll find them. And then here goes the wall wrecker in. The King was creating a nice funnel there. King ends up actually rerouting into the base. Normally you would see him go this way because the army camps do act a little weird. Warren ability is popped to get through and deeper into the base. So look at this, getting a ton of value through the kill squad push. And all that splash damage is taken care of and being distracted, right? So the nice thing is that since that's being distracted, the bowlers and queen are making their push through this side of the base, and then this is where the bat bomb is coming down, and the bats are going to all work together through the top side, while all the bowlers, the Valkyries, and the queen are working down by the bottom side, right? So obviously he made a push into the enemy queen to take her down, and then all the splash is distracted, and then in comes the bats on the top side where there is no splash and able to overwhelm the base. Look at this. So the bats kind of stay up, and they were able to also remove that multi there. They don't all die, so they can help in the cleanup, and look at all these bowlers that are left. Beautiful job at identifying that he could do a little bit of a queen walk, charge into the base, create the funnel over here, and then bat bomb where there's no splash at the top side. So Rasheen, very nice 11v11 attack here with the queen walk queen walk Falcon with the bats. I've seen some videos on it, but I've never tried it personally. I might try it now that my healers are going to be finally max for my Town Hall 11 base. So that was a nice 11v11 triple to kind of wrap up this video. And so that's going to wrap up this video here today. Wanted to show some of those queen charges at Town Hall 12 plus a Falcon Bat attack at Town Hall 11. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one, especially me trying to describe it as well. I'm trying to go as detailed as I can in these attacks, and then I will obviously bring you guys live attacks that I do when wars do come up for the certain ones. In actually this latest one for my Town 11, I didn't get a triple. I wanted to show kind of more of the queen charge Lalos. I tried the Electron, and I tried like a clone dragon, but they kind of split off, and I wasn't able to get that. So yeah, it was unfortunately we lost the war, but it was still nice to see a lot of some good attacks coming in, especially those fresh triples. It was pretty cool to see, which I definitely want to practice. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below for the daily content. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys next time. Carbonfin signing out. Peace.